Well, yours were important contributions in the social media segment. We have we've covered, I guess at this point, five or we've covered six topic areas. Of course, the party was our 7th of July. We've also covered, I know that you were very, really vocal regarding multiple offers initially in the cold, cold winter. We also had our kind of most varied opinions regarding dual agency and the disclosures, and you mentioned how. Could you briefly let me know what you think and is the best practices and the ideal professional standards with which to handle dual agency?
You know, I've come a complete turnaround because I think I've seen this year, more so than any other year, more agents being dual agents, which I find, and I think one of the reasons for that is because the market's continually changing, and a lot of buyers actually would prefer working directly with the listing agent. They feel that they're going to be getting the better deal, when in actual fact they're not, because we as agents are sworn to fully represent our clients, the sellers, and in a dual agency you have to be fair and honest to all parties, but you really are representing the seller more than anyone else, or you should be. So what I see this year, I've seen more people being in dual agency situations, but that's not for me. I have to tell you, Scott, that when I meet with the seller, I say to them that I am representing you. And should someone come to me and wish to purchase your home, then I'm going to very politely tell them that, well, I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I will very gladly recommend an agent in my office to represent you in the purchase, so you feel fully represented, as will my clients. And that is what I do. In fact, there was a situation a couple of months ago that they had actually ventured into an open house I had. They were looking for their own agent to represent them in the sale. I didn't want to use anyone from my office, nor do they have to. At the end of the day, I want them to feel comfortable. I want my sellers to feel comfortable. As it turned out, they decided to put their sale on the purchase on hold and accrue more money for a down payment, because I had obviously referred them to some very good mortgage brokers, and we all know some good mortgage brokers. Artie, you out there, Maverick Funding. So it's I just feel it depends on the agent. I see more dual agencies this year, I think, than any other year, because this is what the buying public wants. But I don't necessarily agree with it.
I remember you said that, but in that situation, the buyers understood that they were not getting undivided loyalty. They would rather have something watered down than just to get the house?
They just feel that, I mean, it's just, again, my observation, but I think they feel that they're going to, that the agent would negotiate better for them, that they'll get the lower price. Perhaps that's so in some instances, I don't know. But I think it's a shame, because both parties should feel fully represented, and at the end of the day, we're there to get the highest price for the sellers.
What would you say was the division, if any, amongst our REVamp participants in the conversation? Was it divided?
I think people were sort of like non-committal. I think for the most part, they also would rather have designated agents. A designated agent perhaps from their office represent the buyer, and they, if it's that situation, represent the seller.
I see.
And that was my thought. What was yours?
It seemed there was a bit of dissension in a positive way. We're looking for a lively discussion to rise even to a robust debate. I definitely don't have the answers, but I definitely have the questions, and we can promote these in a great way. We have coming up. We have especially in light of Zillow acquiring Trulia, we have a big discussion in August regarding listing syndication. I don't know if you are part of that program where you might buy Zillow leads. Or are you seen as a Trulia local pro? We have another section called Tech Tools, which has to do with what people do with paperless paperless transactions, lead generations, customer relations CRMs, fair housing issues, which are very, very important. Of course, ethics, distressed properties. You mentioned you are a certified distressed property expert. Short sales, tax and legal consequences, foreclosures, REOs, BPOs. So we have those subjects, but